Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group 4 will present about Shariah issues in online business. So, this is my group member starting from Muhammad Daniel Aiman bin Muhammad Amir, Muhammad Uzaili bin Huzman, Muhammad Haikal bin Abdul Hamid and Muhammad Adin bin Muhammad Yatim. Our topic consists of introduction, literature review, finding and conclusion.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adik bin Muhammad Yatim. Metric number 075075 from course Islamic Wealth Management semester 2. Okay, today I would like to present about Shariah issue on online business. First of all, I will talk about an introduction of online business. What is online business? Online business is what they call e-business or e-business in other names. It means a business transaction that takes place online with the help of the internet. The term of the name of e-business just came into the existence in 1096. So which means that the buyer and seller do not meet personally with each other. Next, into the world, we are exposed to the various forms and types of e-business. It compromises a concept for doing business online, merged with the all types different service such as making an online payment, booking flight, online purchases, and other business online methods. Thus, let's discover some interesting features and characteristics online business that make everyone loves to design this online business. First, it is easy to set up and create. The second one, they are not in the graphical business boundaries. Third one, they are flexible business hours. The fourth, marketing strategy cost was reasonable. Five, and the last one, buyer and seller do not need to meet with each other. Then let's talk about the some hot issue, which is about Shariah issue on online business. A little bit simple. In Islam, online business is a law means of doing business provided it is comply of the boundary of Sharia issue. In the other word, they say Islamic online business provide a service as permitted was allowed in Islam, which is all the transaction free from deceitful and gara, monopoly, and messy in the business transaction as well. For example of online business that nowadays famous in among of the customer, which is Shopee, Lazada, Foodpanda, Grab, and the other as. That's all from me. For the further explanation, my friend will tell it in the next video. That's all. Thank you.
So for this video, I will make a short presentation regarding the literature review of our research. Our group had decided to choose a Sharia issue in online business. In this new era of globalization, online business has become a very popular in Malaysia, especially among teenagers, those who like to buy in online because the easy and fast method of buying are now starting to turn into online reseller in the hope of finding some side income to cover the cost of expense that are now among the online business that are popular today is by becoming a reseller for some product. The modus operandi is that the reseller promotes an online product from the supplier or manufacturer through picture and details along the price. Customer who are interested and agree to buy will pay the agreed price to the reseller by transferring money into the reseller account. Looking at the modus operandi of the transaction above, the principle of fiqh that needs to be taken into account is that the Islamic law prohibited a person from reselling an item that he does not have already owned. Rasulullah SAW says that do not sell something you do not have. But if the product sold is in the form of certain specification without specifying which unit it is, then there is flexibility for the reseller to sell it to the customer even if the reseller has not purchased it from the supplier or manufacturer. This is based on the necessity of doing rating transaction. In a nutshell, online business sale is a purchase by order where the buyer make full payment to get the goods specified in the specification and will be delivered according to standard accounting and auditing organization for Islamic financial institution. Among the items that can be purchased through solution contract include manufacturing product that can be clearly specified, have no significant difference between its units and are available in the market. With the adoption of the Fiqh like this, the transaction is valid provided it must comply with the law of sale and purchases. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening.
In the old days, this internet banking did not exist at all. The progress of the world today has led to various questions and demands that Islamic jurisprudence update that furor of law that did not exist at that time of law construction. Element of the latest technological development in the formation of the contract is allowed as long as it compile with the rules set by Islamic law. In the minutes toward technological advancement, Islamic law still need to be emphasized in every aspect so as not to deviate far from the right path. The problem of akad by using writing has generally been accepted by Islamic scholars, whether early or modern scholars. The only significant difference between Islamic and conventional is in terms of intermediaries to convey the wishes of both parties to the covenant. Conventional systems are seen to have translated akad made other than verbal through the use of new communication tools, as is the case in e-commerce contract in the form of electronic messages. Mediation in electronic form is based on wasilah, akad in Muamalat Islam, which has long been practiced by previous Muslim, or in other words, the same wasilah but different in terms of intermediary use. Therefore, transaction in the form of e-commerce and the law that recognize this transaction, namely the Electronic Commerce Act 2006, is seen as non-contradictory and in line with transaction in Islamic transaction. This statement is further strengthened by the method of fiqh in the Shafi'i school that can be used in this matter, namely the method of the origin of the thing is a must until there is a evidence show it is haram, as the hadith of the Prophet says, which means anything that is lawful will be lawful in the book of God, and anything that is unlawful will be forbidden in the book of God, and anything that is silent, then it is forgiven. Narrated by Tirmidhi and Ibn Majah. The issue that arises in relation to goods sold in e-commerce is related to the law of contract on invisible or unseen goods, whether it is not a contract ceremony or it is in the contract ceremony but it is hidden. Similarly, the issue related to the goods sold through e-commerce, whether at the time the contract is done, the good already exists or do not exist. The issue in relation to the contracting parties in e-commerce is how to determine the eligibility and validity of their identities. Shariah issue that arise in relation to what form of contract occurs in e-commerce, whether the contract is verbal, written, deed and gesture. To determine the form of e-commerce contract, can look at the intermediaries used to transact e-commerce, which involve the use of computer. Since in e-commerce there is an digital contract where the buyer's computer interact with the seller's computer, and every data sent through two computers that can be printed, and then the contract that take place in e-commerce is written in a contract. Thank you.
In conclusion, online business is the activity of selling product or providing service through electronic methods such as the internet. E-commerce, which is used to sell goods electronically, and e-banking, which is used to sell banking product electronically, are examples of application found in online business. Online business is one of the fastest growing market element nowadays due to the development of increasingly advanced and sophisticated technology. Online business is also one of the modern form of business that every company must have. However, certain Shariah guidelines, criteria and requirements must be adhered to at all times to ensure that the goal of Islamic companies, namely upholding justice, achieving multiple success and maximize benefit, and can be achieved and realized. All online business transactions must be carried out and handled carefully in accordance with Islamic teaching, which is an important prerequisite for online business to be Shariah compliant. In the practice of online business, elements such as fraud, garar, and interest taking are prohibited.
Okay, that's all from my group. Thank you. See you soon.